We have in studio with us Deputy Chairman of the ANC, that is Abdiyari Mohammed. We have Member of Parliament for Dagoretti North, Simba Aratin. We have political analyst Dismas Moko to just try and take a look at these issues that are taking concerns for in the various political camps. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming to Choice 2017.
Thank you so much.
If we can start with you, Bona Deputy Chair, why are you as the ANC so much opposed to this opinion poll by Infotrack?
Thank you so much. It's not about being against about the outcome of the opinion poll. One test of leadership is to identify a problem before it becomes an emergency. We have been talking about public opinions, and it is all about what we feed with the public. Kenya, of late, I want to build a background on the corruption issues that have been bedeviling us financially. If you look now, I can see the trends, if not controlled. Information is power. Information is power. And if we go by that, political information is political power. So what we disseminate to the public, if not accurate information, if not factual, then we are misleading the nation, we are misleading the ordinary voter, and we are demoralizing our democratic space. For that reason, I wish to take this first opportunity to challenge the outcome of the Infotrack Pollstar index. There are a lot of gray areas. Well, of course, in the first world, America, Europe, and all these places, pollstars have been used as a very important and significant tool of communication. In our world today, let me say Africa, it has turned out to be a propaganda tool. What we are seeing now, if I put it in a summary, is a situation where the football fans would have called it a match fixing.
Right.
A match fixing, and you narrow down to a situation where you are saying it is a two-horse race come 2017 presidential contest.
We'll talk about that. Mheshimiwa, your party leader, Raila Odinga, has been in a distant second position according to the Infotrack opinion poll. Is this, according to you, even close to what the true reflection of issues is?
I want to echo what my colleague has said, just that one, the Infotrack, they can't tell us that they are comparing Uhuru and Raila, whereas we know that Uhuru has all the machineries of the government. It should have been, we are rating the government against itself. That's what happened in the US. I've seen Dwale, speaking of that, what happens in other parts of the world. But you can't tell us that you're comparing people who are not in office, who don't hold tools of office, with you who has the tools of the office, who are supposed to deliver. And I'm happy that Dwale is saying that's a good reflection, you know, that's the reality on the ground. Whereas when the other day when Pope was around, they were at 70. Today they're telling us they're at 45. Because indeed what has happened is that Infotrack, and we're not wholesomely, you know, condemning it, but then we believe is the lack of morality, which has teared down the linen of this country, which has eaten into even the institution we know we're looking into to be independent in giving the Kenyans an informed opinion. Therefore, on our side, we are saying is that it's not neither that Uhuru is ahead, Raila is behind. What we are saying, let us rate Uhuru against Uhuru, because Uhuru is the one who is in power now.
So you're saying it's too early to rate the presidential candidates?
Precisely. What we are talking right now, can we rate Uhuru of what vis-a-vis what he's supposed to be doing? We can't rate Raila against Uhuru, who is running the government. What is Raila running? Raila is not running the government. Therefore, it's all a sham, and they must be ashamed on what they're giving the Kenyans.
Right. What is your take on this opinion poll and the reactions to it from various quarters?
The interesting bit about opinion polls, it depends on the outcome. A few weeks ago, the same InfoTrack did release an opinion poll, and they said 53% of the Kenyans, on average, are unhappy with President Kenyatta's administration. And at that stage, everybody in court or in the opposition, they broke into dance and song. They were very excited. But when the opinion poll again points in the negative direction, obviously they're not going to be very happy. They'll not be giving anybody a rose. And it's not unexpected in Kenya. If you look from the time we went into multi-party politics, wherever an opinion poll has been done, if it favors, say, the opposition, they'll be very happy, they'll be excited, they'll be in cloud nine. And if it gives the converse outcome, then they're going to be very disappointed. But I think now looking at the larger picture about the opinion polls in Kenya, maybe we need to embrace best practices, as Honorable Arachi has indicated, and stop using private firms, private entities to do the opinion polls. Because, EU pays the piper, calls the tune. And a number of these pollsters in Kenya have been accused of either having financial relations or personal relations with the people that they are doing the opinion polls for. And this is where the Kenyan media stands accused, as well as the universities. As the Deputy Chairman has indicated, in other parts of the world where opinion poll is well structured, one would expect that it's a university like, say, the University of Nairobi or Strathmore, which will do an independent opinion poll, or a media group like, say, KTN, you do your own poll so that you are held accountable for your reputation. But right now, Kenya is a very mischievous country. Every single day when you look at your newspaper, people are being accused of corruption. And there's a lot of money going around. And I believe that a majority of the opinion polls are compromised. And maybe at this stage we need to challenge Honorable Arachi that when they go to Parliament next week on Tuesday, they start passing a bill to ban the production of opinion polls by individuals. It's very easy for you to go down, you go to Capital Center, you go to Java, and you do your own opinion poll and you release it. And nobody will be able to question that. And you recall in the run-up to 2007 elections, we got into trouble because of opinion polls. So maybe, as a nation, and this is about the legislature, they should come up with a piece of legislation and maybe consider banning opinion polls completely in total, that if CORD wants to do an opinion poll, it's for internal use. Or if ANC wants to do an opinion poll, it's for internal use. But if it's going to be something to affect the populace, and the Deputy Chairman has indicated that if you've got political information, you've got political power. And for a country like Kenya, where we are so literate in terms of politics, people begin to believe the narrative that it's going to be a two-horse race. And then, you lock out potential candidates. And if you position somebody as a winner, and the actual opinion poll, the real one, when you go to the ballot, if the person expected to win loses, then it creates a recipe for disaster.
Right. Mr. Deputy Chair, InfoTrack used a sample of 1,800 respondents. People have accused, some analysts have accused InfoTrack of using the wrong method in a country of more than 19 million adults. Do you have a problem with the formula, that it's not correct?
It's not having a problem with the formula. I have a problem with the whole pollster. The time of conducting it, it is so obvious and factual today we are not having any presidential contest in Kenya. So what are you gauging? What are you rating? I would rather say it's a situation where they were rating personalities. His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta as Uhuru Kenyatta individual, Raila Amolo Odinga as an individual, Kalonzo Musyoka as an individual, and my party leader, Excellency Musalia Mudavadi, as an individual. Why do I say this? It's reality, we are not having any presidential election or contest. We are not in the verge or in the eve. So when you go and come up with your own imagination kind of figures, well, the event is not there. The event would have challenged, And I'm not seeing a situation where they have exploited, the party aspect that builds and wins the hearts and the minds and shapes the opinion of the larger public so that we can know who is popular, who is not popular. You see, we are in a lull period now when it comes to presidential contest. Parties have not sorted out themselves. Mheshimiwa Arati, I can see Honorable Wetangula is about to launch his presidential campaign now. How do you call him a presidential candidate when he has not even been accepted through the party hierarchy and the procedures, the NDC and all these things? So I'm seeing a situation where this was just